third video on the Catalina, and as you can see, all the parts are now prepped and ready for paint. Not too much filling was needed, and what has been done has been done and sorted. It's all looking pretty good. Bit of an issue with the main fuselage. While I was masking it up, I realised that it was going to be a major tail sitter, even though I'd put 85 grams of weight in there. So what I had to do is I had to cut open the top area, and I had to put another 50 grams in to get it to sit on its front wheel. Which means, even though Revels state 50 grams is good behind the rear bulkhead, actually I've ended up with 135 grams, which is a little bit over what they said. If we look at the two colour schemes that are supplied with the kit, one is Canadian built Catalina, operating from Goose Bay in 1948 as a rescue, and the second one is a US Navy Patrol Squadron, and they're both dated in 1948. Now, if you look at the instructions that Revell have given us, they say that the Canadian-based Catalina has no radar installations on its wings, and that the US Patrol does. It also mentions the fact that there are dampening shrouds on the top of the wings from the engine exhausts on the Naval Patrol version. Now, these are catered for in the kit, but it doesn't mention anywhere in the instructions that you need to put them on. So when I looked at that and thought, what else have they got wrong? So I had a good look through all of my reference, and I managed to find a couple of things. One, there was a fine scale modeller back from July 1996 when the PBY5, which is the first version of this kit, was actually released, and that has some nice period pictures in. But the best pictures of all were actually in Scale Aircraft Modelling Volume 5, number 8 from May 1983. And if we open the inside, we can see one of the Labrador Catalinas, and you can see that she is fitted with her wing radar, which means that I had to quickly snip off and actually build these up so I could put them on my Catalina. Luckily, I hadn't filled in the slots for adding them to the wing, or I'd been in a bit of trouble. So, bit of an issue with that, but as I said, not insurmountable. I think that the reason that it has happened is that the one from Labrador Goose Bay is actually based on a restored Catalina that is actually, so I think it's in America at the moment, may even be in Canada, and I think they've been looking around that one, and they've just used that scheme, and of course, unfortunately, there's been pieces missing. But as I said, a little bit of reference, a little bit of looking around, and I've managed to put that right. Okay, so everything is mounted on board. Everything is all ready to go. We're going to paint ours in the Goose Bay Labrador, and as you can see on the decals, there's a lot of black areas that are actually put on here as decals. Now, we're not actually going to use them. What we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is I'm going to paint everything in black for the same reasons as I said in issue 1 with the U-boat. I'm then going to mask off all the black areas, so that will be all the lines that are needed, also the defrosting pieces on the flying surfaces. Then I'm going to add the yellow, then I'm going to mask that off, then I'm going to add the light grey on the underneath, then I'm going to mask that off, and then I'm going to add the blue. Now, again, on the U-boat we had 3 different shades, so basically we were doing the main shade, a shade above and a shade below, and we're going to do the same with this as well. So everything we painted, and before we move on to the next colour, we'll do a little bit of lightening here and there and a little bit of darkening here and there, and we'll do that on all 3 colours. So once that's done and completed, we should be able to start putting the decals on. And then once that's done, we can start doing some aging and some weathering on her. As I said, this is a great kit. I'm really enjoying it, and we'll catch you in the next video so you can see how we're getting along.